Hello, everyone. I'm Etsa, and this is Story of Seasons: A Wonderful Life. Now, for a little bit of background, Story of Seasons: A Wonderful Life, or formerly known as Harvest Moon: A Wonderful Life, was the second Harvest Moon game I ever played, and is one of my favorites. And I did do a little bit of a test run, but I decided that I wanted to do it again. So we're gonna be going right into it, and I'm really excited to see what happens. I didn't get very far. I just kind of walked outside of my house and was like, oh, I'm going to do this again. So here we go. It all started with a letter. Can't remember how many years it's been since I got one. See, I had this friend once. We used to share our hopes and dreams with each other. And the sender of this letter? His kid. The letter was all about life in the city. The kid asked a bunch of questions about farming, and in the end wrote, I'd like to try working the farm. To a city kid, I guess life in Forgotten Valley must have seemed appealing. Well, it took me by surprise, I'll say that much. I closed my eyes and saw my old friend smile, just like it was yesterday. It takes guts to travel all the way from the big city to Forgotten Valley, a place most folks, well, forgot about. And we get to make our character. And I'm gonna go through some of these options here. It's really cool that we can go through and customize our character because in the original one you could not. I am a purist though, and I'm going to make my character look just like he did in the original one. But I will go through the options so we can see what's available for those who like it. We finally have some skin tone options, which is fantastic. And we have plenty of eye color options to go through, so you could make your character however you want, and they even include some, not regular eye colors, so you can kind of go crazy with it. I do like some of these other colors, like, normally I do like, I'm gonna be edgy and I'm gonna make black hair and red eyes, but I do want to just make my character look like the regular ones, so that is what I'm going to do. So we're gonna hit next and go on to the next, but there is options, which I always will appreciate. Let me double check I did this right. It's all default. Yes, that is exactly what I want. I want it to be identical to how it used to be. We have some hairstyle choices. It is pretty cool to have this many different options, and all of them look pretty good. Like I can see all these really working out, and I do like that it's not limiting you to what hairstyle you can have. Like I could have this hairstyle, which is cool. That's the Another Wonderful Life girl hairstyle, which is real neat. There's a bunch of different hair colors available, and you got blonde, red. You can go pink. You can do like some of these are like really nice colors actually, which I wouldn't mind doing maybe in a different playthrough. I do think it'd be kind of funny to start with this color hair, though, if you know anything about the original Wonderful Life game, that you could just start with the hair you're going to end up with. We can do the outfits. You can change between whichever character's outfits you want, which is pretty cool. We're going to keep it all default, though, because that's just how I am for this game. Just because I want it to be the same as it was, and I'm going to make my name, and I have to type it on the keyboard. I'm actually glad I redid this because I technically already did this once, but I was a mess. Like my controller was dying. It was just a big thing. So, I fixed it. I'm also just like worried about silly things. Like, did I accidentally put a space before? Because I did that once. I put a space before my name and it made everything weird. You can change your pronouns to whatever you like, and that is really cool. So you could, it doesn't limit you to whatever style you want. So you could have like the Another Wonderful Life look and still use your male pronouns, which I think is super cool that they're getting more progressive in that sense. It's finally marvelous. Thank you. All right, so that's all really cool. I'm just really happy about that. So we're gonna go on in, and we're gonna continue on into the game for real. And I have arrived on the farm. So, you're Etsa, huh? I'm real sorry to hear about your old man. He was a good guy. Gonna make a lot of friends in the next life, I bet. I gotta say, though, you must take after him. No average youngin' would want to come pack up and come to Forgotten Valley of all places. Well, once you spend a little time here, I'm sure you'll figure out if it's really the life you want. I'm still mumbling over my words. All right, this is it. It looks pretty good. Like it looks really nice. This is the land your old man and I found. Buildings are run down, sure, but you can still use them. Soil's fertile enough to grow crops on too. See this pasture? If you spread some fertilizer on it, you'll have a place for your livestock to graze. Sorry, I've just got a frog in my throat. So, how about it, kid? Ready to take on the farm? On second thought. Oh, thanks for watching, everyone. This has been fun. Now, let's get started. Let's do it. That's what I like to hear. I'm sure your old man's cheering you on, too. Come on, then. Might as well give you the grand tour. This here's the barn. It's where you'll raise cows, horses, and sheep. I'll take you inside later. They kind of changed this, which is interesting, because this is where the tool shed was. Here's a shipping bin. Get to know it, because it's gonna be your best friend. If you got milk or other products to ship, put them in there and I'll sell them for you in the city market the next morning. If there's something you want me to buy, write it down in the ledger here. Over there is your storage and food storage. If your bag ever starts getting too full, you can take the items that you don't want and put them in one of those. Still doing the farm tour. So they definitely changed the layout of the farm a little bit, because it used to be a little different. I'll put the smaller items you buy and any profits you make here. Other folks might leave gifts or rewards around here too, so keep an eye out for those. I sure will. This is a coop. You might have guessed, but this is where you'll raise your chickens. And that over there is one of your fields. You can plant seeds there, but you'll need a hoe to plow the soil first. Speaking of which, I got a few packs of seeds and some basic tools for you. Try using them when you get a chance. And my doggies are here. I get to pick which one I want. So here's a fun fact. I always used to pick the floppy-eared dog, but now that I've had a pointy-eared dog, I think I'm gonna lean towards that one. Huh. Gets a couple of strays settled in here. Looks like they might have already warmed up to you. Alright, I'll let you keep one. But just one, alright? I ain't a huge fan of dogs. I don't know why this is his voice. Now go ahead and pick a favorite. We're going with the pointy-eared dog. I used to always pick the floppy-eared, but we're going to the pointy-eared. Alright then. You gotta name it. You gonna name it or what? Alright, so I've had this trend in my videos that not Etsa. I've been naming my dog Dexel and my horse Candor, and I'm just gonna keep up with that. Sounds good. I'll try to find an owner for the other pup next time I head to the city. I wonder if there's any connection with Friends of Mineral Town in this one. I guess I'll build a little one a doghouse too. Watch how quick I can do it. I can do it in like 5 seconds. See, there's not a doghouse there? There's gonna be one in a second. And this is your house. Tried to fix it up a bit before you arrived, so you should be able to settle right in. Thanks, Taka. Huh? Oh, my house? That one all the way over there. That cabin there, that's where I live. Well, that covers the main facilities. Ain't much, but if you save up, maybe you can expand some of them. Oh, and before I forget, I said we'd go to the barn later, didn't I? Well, it's later. Follow me. And we're going to the barn. He's got a gift for me, and I think I know what it is. I mean, I definitely know what it is, but I'm being coy. I think I know what it is. It's a pony. Oh, it's a horse. But no, it's a cow. I bought you a cow as a welcome present. Her feed bin is all set up over there. Oh, you'll need a name too. So, I'm gonna name the first cow Milky Way because that's what I always name my first cow. Maybe not in my Let's Plays, but you know, that's what I did in my personal ones. So we're just gonna keep tradition, and I will be naming the other future animals after people in the comments and the patrons. So keep an eye out for that. If you want to name, just throw it down there. Milky Way, huh? I like it. She's our first animal, so take good care of her. She gave birth about 10 days ago, so she'll produce plenty of milk. As long as she's healthy, you should be able to milk her at least twice a day. That is exciting. And it looks like you're going to have to still make them have baby cows so they can keep producing milk, which is interesting because you didn't have to do that. I mean, you did have to do that before. I was thinking they were going to take that out, which I'm glad they didn't. I think that about sums it up for the farm. Oh wait, you gotta decide a name for it. Any ideas? And I always name my farm Soul Farm. And I looked over and I was like, am I recording? And I am, which is cool. Soul Farm, huh? Has a nice ring to it, sure. While I've got you, I might as well introduce you to the locals. I'm no social butterfly, but a youngin' like you is sure to charm the heck out of them. Ready to go? Alright, let's do it. Gotta meet everyone in town. It does give you the option to skip it, and if I wasn't doing a you know what, I would probably do that. But we're gonna go visit everyone in town just for the heck of it. Alright, let's go then. We get to meet all the people. I'm really itching to like run around. I haven't done any running around. This here's the Layover Inn. Tay runs the place with his wife Lou. Their son Rock lives with them too. That's Rock. He looks pretty similar to how he used to look. A little bit different, but yeah, I can definitely tell that's him. Oh, and there's a girl named Nami who's staying up there on the second floor. She's pretty cool. Alright, this is Gary and his wife Nina. Pleased to meet you two. I'm looking forward to spending a lot of time with you guys and getting to know Nina and for many years to come. This is Chris. And I think she looks pretty much the same. These guys look exactly the same. That's Chris's husband Sully and their son Hugh. Are still doing the same shenanigans. All these years later. Gavin here is the owner and the head barista at the Bluebird Cafe. Molly helps him out part-time. They changed it to cafe. It used to be a bar. I think it was called the Blue something bar, right? It might have been called the Bluebird Bar or Tavern. So a long time ago, I used to marry Muffy, and now her name is Molly. But then I started to marry Celia in future playthroughs. Maybe I'll try something different this time. Romana here owns the villa, where she lives with her granddaughter Lumina, and their butler over there is Sebastian. He's called Sebastian because his name's Sebastian. He also liked to be a butler. That didn't make any sense. I'm just gonna keep going. I'm just gonna let that slide on through. Over there, that's Gustafa. He's a crazy guy with a guitar. That guy over there playing the guitar, he's strumming some tunes. That's Gustafa. Maybe I should read the subtitles the way that they're written. But I'm not gonna. And over there, that's Cody. Oh wait, his name's Gordy now. That's Gordy, a man of few words, but a real passionate artist apparently. I'm gonna sound like a satellite because I'm swinging back and forth on my chair. That's Vesta. She runs the agricultural farm here. Over there is Matthew, her little brother. Celia helps them out with the farm work. They sell seeds here, so take a look at their stock when you get a chance. I always marry Celia later on, but maybe I'll do something different next time. A few other folks live in that direction. We've got the twins who create fireworks and an oddball scientist. Best not to ask about his experiments. Plus, we've got something else in store for you. There's an archaeologist staying in a tent up by the waterfall there. He and his assistant dig up all sorts of weird stuff. Alright, that should cover everyone. I'm sure you're exhausted. It's been a long day, so take it easy for now. If you think of any other questions, maybe later, don't you hesitate to ask, alright? And then... Wait, I thought he was going to build the doghouse. Oh, I guess it wasn't instant after all. Oh yeah, that's something I forgot to give you. I got this right here for you. This camera belonged to your old man. Ain't the newest model, obviously, but it does the job well enough. Let's try taking a test photo real quick. Alright, say new farm. You can use it whenever you're feeling photographic. Okay. Now let's get some rest, kid. You earned it. Socializing is exhausting. Never seen a nature sprite like that. Ooh, I get to change my voice now. I don't get to do that raspy one anymore. Oh, never seen a nature sprite like that before. I don't know if I can differentiate all their voices, though. Alright. Hey, who could it be? Beats the heck out of me. As far as I know, we're the only nature sprites in Forgotten Valley. Yeah, so what are we looking at then? Ah, good question. Hey buddy, what's your name? I'm Etsa, farmer extraordinaire, from Mineral Town to Forgotten Valley. Gotcha. Well, so your nature sprite named Etsa. Roger that. The name's Ace. Nice to meet ya. I'm Jack. Nice to greet ya. And my name's Hart. Let's all be friends, okay? I cannot remember I won't be able to remember their voices. I'm just gonna give them the same voice. Or something. And I think we're actually gonna I get to control my character now. And this looks almost the same as the original one. So, whoa! Holy cow. Okay, so I got about this far before, and I just have to say, this guy runs fast. I don't know if you've played A Wonderful Life on the GameCube. He walks like half this speed, maybe even less. And if you play Special Edition, he walks about 1/16 of this speed because that guy runs in slow motion in that version. So here's the house. I can't believe how fast you run. I can cook. I don't have any food, so there's no point in that. Change look. What can I change? Oh, I can change my hair and everything whenever I want. That's really cool. Glad I don't have to like unlock that or something. So I can look in the mirror, have a nice look at myself. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Had to say it at least once. Oh wait, I think there was an achievement for looking in the mirror several times. So I'm just gonna do that real quick. Oh yeah, it's not easy looking this good. Let's just do it again. I want that achievement. It's gonna go off on there. No matter what happens, whatever happens to come my way, I'm gonna make a spectacular day. I'll get that later. I don't need to do that right now. Oh, call dog, call horse. If you hold that, you got different contextual buttons. So way to go on doubling the buttons down there in the corner. Already looked at that. Let's, holy moly. So we're gonna save the journal. And you can see the proof. I've only got to 5:04 a.m. on Spring 1. So we're just gonna save that right there. See, I've actually played this one more than that. So that's what happens when you're not happy with the first recording. You have to do a second one. Alright, this guy does not look happy. Here's the 6-hour forecast. A high-pressure system's currently blanketing the region, and, well, the weather should be clear and pleasant. That guy wasn't too happy about this. Why do all the news people look depressed? Hello, it's time for the Daily Dairy. Today we're going to talk about feeding cows. Let's see what questions Quinn and Avery have for us. Quinn, what do cows eat? Well, cows eat fodder, of course. It's the best to feed them twice a day. Twice a day? Wow! But what about snacks? It'd be the worst day ever if I couldn't have a snacks. Snacks are pretty great, Avery, and cows love them too, as long as they're bovine friendly. Whoa, cows are just like us? I guess so, but cows can't live on snacks like fodder plus alone. Make sure you feed them the proper fodder they need too. Okay, okie dokie. That's it for today. Alright, I'm not gonna do this every day. I just want to do it once. Your luck today is good. Honesty is the best policy. Your smile will bring good fortune. Alright. Oh wait, we get something cool. Howdy, anglers! Today we're asking Skylar from Dewdrop Village to see what's biting in the rivers around here. So, how's the fishing, Skylar? Fishing? Well, what fish? You think I've got time to consider landing lunkers when I got wild bears and monkeys stealing my catches? Monkey, it's because of that. I'm plumb out of food. And I'm starving. What's worse, I slipped and fell in the river because I was feeling woozy. Oh wait, why am I doing this voice? This is a lady. I need it. I'm getting all confused. These mountain streams are cold, man. My ma didn't even bring me lunch on this trip. I should have known this is gonna happen. Okay, I think I'm gonna get the gist of things. Thanks for the report, Skylar, and thank you, my dear audience, for tuning in. I'm not gonna do this every day, just so you know. That was kind of obnoxious. I almost want to cut it out. I'm not gonna cut it out. Oh, they have records. They have records. Right? Okay, that's cool. Does that mean I can get more records? Like, can I go to Mineral Town and play on my other save file? I have to go to that hill at some point. Oh, I'm so excited to actually leave here. Hey, Etsa, wait up a sec. Before you go out, don't forget to check Takakura's notes. You can find them on your shelf. Yeah, his notes have lots of helpful stuff in them. Check them out before you go. I don't need to read any of these things. Actually, I'm going to do that real quick. You've got lots to learn about farming. There ain't much, but I hope these notes will answer your questions. First, you gotta learn how to make a living. Try to sell any crop you pick up. More profits means more facilities. Walk around the valley and chat up the locals. Give them enough gifts and they'll take a liking to you. We got 4 seasons here. Count them. Spring, summer, autumn, winter. In that order. Every time. Each season lasts approximately 10 days, so use your time wisely. This year goes faster than you might think. We have a festival each season. Check your calendar for more info. They're good times to socialize. Farm work takes a ton of stamina. Be careful you don't overdo it. Eat proper meals and get plenty of rest. If you work too hard or get too hungry, you'll lose stamina pretty fast, so be sure to eat a hearty meal. If you plan on staying here for the long haul, you'll probably want to find a partner to spend your life with. Hopefully you'll find someone who really clicks with you in your first year here. Go get 'em, kid. Talk about pressure. I gotta find love in just 1 year. So, there's my doghouse. Hello, doggy. How do I get him? Come on out. Oh, okay, he just straight up. Wait, teleported? Wait, what's going on here? I thought something weird happened. He must not care that much about me right now. Let's take a look around this farm. So, in the original one, there was a building here that had your fridge and your freezer and your shipping bin, and the building is MIA. This wasn't here. What's this? This is my storage. Okay, my storage shed is here. So instead of being right next to the barn, it used to be like right next to the barn right here. Now it's a tool. No? This is the shipping bin. Okay. So the shipping bin is here instead of in there. So I did move things around a little bit. Let's go inside. This space is for your animals. If you have any questions about raising them, Takakura's notes might come in handy. I don't have any questions. Keeping livestock. We got a barn and a coop. If you want me to order animals, write it in the ledger and I'll bring them here. Every animal needs to be fed. Feed them daily, and you'll get plenty of byproducts like milk and eggs. Animals love to be brushed and snuggled too. Do that daily and you'll get a higher quality byproduct. If you're gonna run this place, you need cows, sheep, and goats. A horse might be good too for getting around. I can get you cows and sheep, but you'll have to buy goats from Van, the peddler, during spring. Oh, okay. Wait, how's Van doing? Oh, he looks identical. Some animals come in different varieties. With cows, you can take your pick from normal, brown, marble, and star. Different cows produce different varieties of milk, so try raising as many of them as you can. Livestock are raised in the barn. When you first get an animal, you want to pick a spot to feed them in the bin. The barn fits 8 animals, but if you expand it, you can fit up to 16. That's new. I don't think you could expand it before. The barn has a fodder dispenser. The barn has a fodder dispenser. Any grass you cut gets stored there automatically, and you can put fodder in there too. There's also an isolation space for pregnant animals. Put them there right before they give birth, like 10 seconds. Raising animals. Barn animals eat fodder. Cows need 2 meals a day, but sheep and goats only need to be fed once a day. You can feed animals by putting fodder in their bins, or give it to them directly. If the weather's good, you can put your animals out to pasture, and they'll eat the grass out there. Fodder plus can be given to barn animals. It will boost their moods and help them stay happy and healthy. Baby animals need mother's milk to grow strong and healthy. You'll need to hand feed them. Okay, that's cute. Oh, there's a lot of text I have to read. Barn animals can be let out to pasture. They love to graze when the weather is good. It's great for their moods, and you won't need to feed them either, since they'll eat their own. But if the weather turns bad, you need to send them back to the barn ASAP, or it'll do a number on their health. If you want to bring your animals in or out of the barn all at once, I recommend using the bell. Animal care. Don't just feed your animals and call it a day. Give them all the love and care they deserve, and make sure they're happy. Animals love being pet and brushed, but just keep in mind that you can't do any of that while they're napping. Female barn animals can get pregnant and give birth. That process will be a really important part of your farm life. This is especially true for cows and goats. After 3 days of mother's milk, they'll produce more milk for 20 days. To breed your animals, you'll need a male and a female of the same type, or you can just order a breeding from the ledger. Animals that give birth about 20 days after they become pregnant, so plan that ahead of time. That is a lot of work. Be sure to isolate the pregnant animal right before she gives birth. Gotta make sure she stays safe. For cows, isolate the mother when her udders turn red. Isolate goats and sheep when their cheeks turn red. Wow, this just keeps going. Newborn calves will take 10 days to reach maturity, while kids and lambs will take 8 days. Take good care of them. Feed baby animals their mother's milk. Not only will it help them grow, but it'll also strengthen their bond with you. Cows and goats produce milk. Cows can be milked twice a day, while goats can be milked once a day. Mother's milk is produced for a few days after the animal gives birth. Make sure to feed it to the baby animal. For 20 days after birth, the animal will give you more milk than usual. After that, you'll have to make her give birth again. You can milk a cow every 10 hours or so, which means you can milk them twice a day, so plan accordingly. This is actually like a lot more okay, I played the original one, so I know how complex it was, but I'm just saying, this is still really complicated. Both rams and ewes give wool, as long as they're well fed. It takes about 5 days for a new coat of wool to grow in. Happy, healthy sheep give higher quality wool, so be sure to properly care for them. Chickens produce eggs, but with our coop you can accommodate other egg-laying birds too. That means ducks. All birds raised in the coop will eat from the shared feed bin. The coop can house 8 birds, but if you expand it, you can hold 16. The coop has a large feed bin, and the birds eat their own if it's full. They eat on their own if it's full, and you can hand feed them like cows. The coop also has an incubator, so if you leave a fertilized egg there, it'll hatch after a few days. Birds eat, you guessed it, bird feed. But the coop's bin is out of feed. You can order more, if it is out of feed. I cannot read. If the weather is good, you can let your chickens outside, and they'll find food on the ground to eat. Birds can be let out to graze on the farm. Take them out when the weather is good. Birds love the great outdoors, and you won't have to feed them either. But when bad weather comes, get those birds back in the coop. Rain and snow will put them back in bad health. You can pick up birds and bring them in, but don't hesitate to use the bell in front of the coop either. Don't just feed your birds and be done with it. Be kind to your birds, and they'll lay good quality eggs for you. Well-fed chickens will lay eggs daily. If you end up owning any other birds, they'll lay eggs every other day. If you raise a male and a female bird of the same type, the female may lay fertilized eggs. To hatch a fertilized egg, you can put it in the incubator, or let a bird warm the egg for a few days. A hatchling will come out 5 days to mature. Remember, only adult females will lay eggs. I'm finally done reading. So much text. So much text. I'm half tempted to. Hey, my mystery building's gone. They just straight up got rid of it. This is different. Wow, guys, this is huge. The farm is massive compared to the old one. Sorry, I'm kind of like weird with the camera right now. There was not this much farming space before. This is. I think there's gonna be more there and there. This is a big difference. It's only 7:30 a.m. but yeah, this is massive. This is insane. This is the same, or this is just about the same. The grass has to be fertilized, like in Special Edition, and I think Another Wonderful Life. In the first original one, you didn't have to fertilize the grass to make it grow. It just was there. I guess they wanted it to be a little bit harder because you like never had to do anything else. I don't think I have a chicken coop. I just want to go in here and look at it and see what it looks like. Kind of a long loading time for someone with an SSD, but I'm not gonna judge it too much. Yeah, we got a nice little chicken coop here. Looks about what I would expect. Looking around, I think I'm gonna make this one a little bit short because I want this to almost be optional because of the amount of dialogue. So real gameplay will probably start in the next one. So we're gonna go home and save, I think, and then part 2 will actually have me running around. I am gonna go in. Yeah, I'm not gonna go in there. We're gonna go in. I'm not gonna do in the original or my other series, I do a whole day, and then I would just say goodnight and end it. I don't think that's as viable in this one because the time works differently. So I'm just gonna find natural stopping points. I think I'll try to do a whole day or something, but like, who knows? But this farm's gorgeous. The game looks gorgeous. I'm gonna have to get used to the camera because I think the old one, I think you could only like go like around like this. So I'll get used to it, I think. And you didn't have a stamina gauge before. I'm not sure how I feel about having a stamina gauge at all. You did not have stamina in the old one. You just got hungry. But I think they're changing it so there's more farming because you couldn't do this much farming. Oh no. Hey, they're one of your fields. If you want to find out more about raising crops, don't forget to check his notes. I guess here we go. I'm going to read this too. For crops, till your field with a hoe. Before sowing seeds, make sure you sow them in the right season too. Each crop you grow is in one of 3 categories: basic fruits and veggies, root crops, and tree crops. Crops thrive in different seasons, so make sure you read the labels and plant your schedule. Sorry, had to. Oh, instead of plan. Ha 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 ha. Fruits, veggies, and root crops need to be watered daily if you want them to grow, but trees grow just fine without it. Keep an eye on your shade and color of your soil. If it's lighter, that means your crop could use a drink. And be careful when planting trees. They need space to properly grow, so leave plenty of room for them. Alright. You've got 2 small fields right now. You could probably make an amazing field out of that space in the back. That one is there from default, I believe, but soil quality varies between the fields. The field next to the coop isn't too fertile, but the one further away is a bit better. Some crops will only grow in the soil when the quality is good, so make sure you've got the right soil for the job. Don't just plant seeds all willy-nilly. Some crops only grow in certain seasons and soil types. If you want to know the ideal conditions for growing a crop, examine the bag of seeds before you sow them. If your crops only grow in a certain season, plant them early as you can, so they don't wither away. Fertilizer boosts a crop's quality. Some crops will need more than others, so keep an eye on it if you plan to use it. By the way, if your crops are top quality already, you can't put fertilizer on them. I hear they sell fertilizer spreaders in the city. Order one if you want your fertilizing done automatically. That's really cool. I am guessing that they had upgraded the farming in this one to be better than it was, because let's just say farming in the original one was kind of bad. A few days after fruit and vegetable flowers, it'll start ripening. Once it's done, you can harvest it. A few days after a fruit or vegetable flowers, it'll start ripening. Once it's done, I already read that line. In the original one, farming was basically pointless, unless you got good at the hybrid stuff, which I never could figure out because I was like 10, so... You can harvest root crops a few days after the flower wilts. Trees need to be fully grown if you want their crops. They'll start flowering before they bear fruit. If a tree's covered in flowers, it means they'll have a bushel full of tree crops to look forward to the next season. When it's time to harvest, give your trees a good shake and pick up the ripe crops that fall to the ground. I hear some farmers breed their crops to make new ones. If I find out more about that, I'll keep you posted. Another weird rumor, flower DNA can help crops. Happy lamps, sage soils, upseeds, and trick blues specifically. See, they're doing they're gonna do some new crazy stuff, I just know it. I have read all the tutorials, I think. So I think that's where we're gonna stop today. I want the next part to be me just getting into it, you know? I think we're off to a wonderful start. So we're gonna go inside, we're gonna save the game, and I'm gonna say, I don't know what my catchphrase is gonna be now. I can't say goodnight. Wait, what's a corkboard? Whoa, what's happening? Alright, I didn't want to do this. No! What am I doing? Alright. What did I do? Oh, there's my inventory. Wait, I'm gonna look. Oh, we got requests. The original one didn't have requests. We got some stats. Stamina, energy, fullness. This is like actually a lot deeper than the other ones, I think. Wonders collected? Oh no. I mean, yes, I guess. And you can actually see what your friendships are with people. So in the original one, you had to read their diary to know what they thought about you. You actually just didn't know. So this is cool. They've modernized this a little bit. I don't have to just break into their house when they're gone and read their diary. So, anywho. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. And I hope you're as excited as I am. So, I'll see you next time.